sharp 11 in the morning, and ladies and gentlemen, I welcome each one of you to the CXO Roundtable. My name is Anmol, Garg. I'm the co-founder of a sales training company called Sales 5X, and I'll be a moderator for today's discussion. CXO Roundtable is a platform for high-profile talks and conversations with leaders and experts in businesses, technology, and innovation that transforms leaders and impacts organizations. This is an initiative by The Talk, a new media and thought leadership platform. This event is brought to you by Tata Tele Business Services. It's the country's leading enabler of connectivity and communication solutions. Tata Tele Business Services offers the largest portfolio of ICT services for businesses in India. The theme of today's discussion is something very interesting. It's redefining SMB growth with smart tech. The need of the hour, redefining SMB growth with smart tech. And today I'm joined by a very able panel. As I read along the names, I want everyone to clap for each other. I know this is a virtual audience, but we still need to bring up that energy in the morning. I have with me Yogesh Kamra, the head IT IDP Education India Private Limited. Gentlemen, keep the applause going. Stay on unmute so that we can hear the applause. I have Mayank Gupta, CEO of Blackboard Education and Research Foundation. Deven Tyagi, CEO, Minavo Telecom Networks Private Limited. Nakul Tyagi, AVP, Radical Minds Technologies Private Limited. Dheeraj Gupta, Center Head, International Oncology. Parag, Bliss, Head Network Operations, Alliance Broadband Services Private Limited. We have Gaurav Varshney, the Deputy General Manager, SME Regional Marketing, Tata Tele Business Services. All right, a big round of applause to all the guests that we have today. Let's give each other a big round of applause. With that, I'm going to welcome Gaurav and bring him on to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Anmol. I hope I'm clear in terms of my voice and I'm visible as well. So thank you, gentlemen. Good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to welcome you on behalf of Tata Tele Business Services. It's a pleasure to have you here. I hope very soon, we would actually.
Well, I think there is a problem with the video. I mean.
Okay. Let me just try.
We are able to hear Gaurav clearly.
Okay. All right. Is it better now, Anmol?
Yeah, please go ahead.
To a different network. Okay. All right. So as I said, good morning, everybody, and thank you and warm welcome on behalf of Tata Tele Business Services. Ideally, we would have really wanted this discussion, in a physical environment, having a coffee in the hand, maybe having a cup of tea, and having a chit chat around what's happening, in the SME segment or what's happening in your business. But, I think very soon we are on that path. Maybe in the month of December or January, we will be organizing a similar CXO roundtable in a very cozy hotel environment. But yes, it's a great topic that we have, we are here to discuss SME growth. And I think that's been the journey in the last 1.5 years where, the country's overall growth has been actually spurred by the SMEs across our nation. So great topic. A warm welcome to all of the speakers. And, honestly, I'm very keen to listen to what you have in your mind so that we can try and adopt some of your best practices into our products and solution and take it forward. Over to you, Anmol.
Thank you, Gaurav, for setting a precedent to this discussion. Gentlemen, I think it's time to dive right into the roundtable. The format is very simple. I have about 6 to 7 questions. Would love to get your views on each of these questions. Requesting everyone to keep it short and crisp so that we can hear out from everyone and also wrap up on time. All right, with that, I'm going to jump on to my first question. What went through your mind when the lockdown began? What were your top priorities as a CXO? So I'm going to take you back memory lane. What was going through your mind and what was your top priority as a CXO? Mayank, let's get started with you.
Yeah, thank you, Anmol. In fact, I think the first question came to my mind was what to do next. It was so unpredictable. It was so unbelievable that we have been asked to remain inside for as long as 3 weeks. So I was really worried about the well-being of my employees and for my business. As the priority for me at that point of time was to ensure my employees that they protect themselves, and I will ensure the safety of their jobs, career, of course their salaries. And in fact, we have not taken much time to realize that we really need to build some digital capabilities going forward. Yeah, please.
Sure, sure. So it was confusing. I could see that on your face, when you said 3 weeks, though it went on for a very long time. Deven, pretty much the same response, or what went through your mind?
I have a bit different experience on that side. I was a bit relieved. Um, it may be a bit surprising. I have shut down my office on 8th of March. I think 2 weeks prior to the lockdown was announced. We are the company who are selling this story in the market of working from anywhere on that part, and our solutions were helping the company on that part. You can sit at your home or in or traveling or something like that, and you can use our solutions to have your own meetings and everything. But I was a bit worried since March that what was happening, what the news were coming down from China and all European countries, that it is opening up. The COVID is going like haywire across. So we decided that post Holi we will not open the offices. But yes, I got the cold feet when the lockdown extended of the first announcement. It was like 1 week, then 2 weeks, then 3 weeks. Then the customers started cribbing because on that part, because they're normally the solution expense for any company is always the additional part. They only do it on the extra solutions other than what they require to run their definitely a business. When so people we had a clients MSMEs and SMEs on that part, and people were not ready to pay on that thing, and it was making definitely give us a cold feet. But yes, we recovered well with the time, if
Sure.
we say, and our basically story turned out to be truth, and people accepted it post that. Thank you.
Good to see a smiling face. I'm sure business is back. That's why you're smiling. Nakul, how has your experience been? Nakul, you're on mute.
Yeah, so good morning, gentlemen, first of all. And this pandemic, for me, at least I can say like it's a different kind of environment, because I was not in India and I was in US and traveling there from US to Germany, and that all of a sudden we heard like pandemic, and then lockdown started. So the first question in my mind came because I was there in the gambling industry and supporting BPOs. So how we will sustain the business, how business will continue. In our domain, the most important for the technology, how we can provide the support, because we have multiple data centers across the globe. So then immediately we have conducted a meeting with our system integrator, and this we thought what we can do. Then a couple of solutions we discussed, and finally we decided one solution, and then over the night we have started implementation. So this is how we started the pandemic.
Sure. So it was a lot of huddle, but I believe the sailing is smooth now.
Yes.
Great. Dheeraj, if you could please unmute yourself.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, Anmol.
Hi.
Yeah, being in a hospitality and services. We are basically particularly in the segment of cancer, in fact. And it was a tough time, as rightly said by Mr. Yogesh. We were just worried, how to go about the stuff and how to sustain our client, how to sustain our employees, because there was a lot of chaos created because that industry, because we're just catering to a super specialty. So there was certain, to see the faces of our employee, they were worried. The hospital were being shut down. The services, they were not ready to come to the hospital. So we develop, a kind of system. We ask a software engineer, few of the companies, to develop some kind of, so that we can have a telemedicine. This is too common, but still, we didn't have that kind of setup at that moment of time, because it's not required. So yes, we enhance ourselves, and now I think we have our own niche market. That the additional business we are getting, by developing our satellite, clinics, and having this boom meeting. We have a few, satellite clinics out there in the outskirts, where the patients are not able to reach us. So now we have those kind of people out there, where we have arranged. And in this pandemic, if we see that internet boom was there. In fact, the accessibility has become more easy, and people are trying to maintain that thing, because everything is going by everybody was stagnant at that moment of time, and people were using more of internet, because even school, colleges, everything was online, and still most of the college and schools are still online. So the reach of our services have expanded in fourfold. We are able to reach those kind of patients which it was difficult to reach. The remote area, rural areas. So I think yes, it has changed an entire gamut of business in fact. So that's it, Anmol.
Sure. Thanks for sharing your perspective, Dheeraj. Yogesh,
Yes.
we can have a quick bite from you.
Hello, everyone. When the pandemic was started, actually the major challenge was how to enable our customers. That's the one. That's the major key. Since we are into the education industry, so there are two type of customer. One is the internal customer, and another one is the external customer. External customers are actually keen to have an interaction face to face. So that was the major challenge. We took that challenge, and in fact, we have overcome with the facility of Zoom, with the virtual seminars, with the virtual, the breakout rooms and other stuff. This has made our life really easy. Enabling both the customers and internal as and external customers is really a fantastic experience. Whereas, university was available virtually. My students were coming to us. They were actually interacting with the university representatives and other stuff. It was really a fantastic journey. So that was a major challenge which we overcome in just only a 4 to 5 days.
Great.
It was really a nice experience in that time.
An unprecedented experience. No one saw it coming. So I'm sure this has taught us a lot of lessons. Parag, quick bite before we go on to the next round of discussions.
Hi, good morning all. Actually, in this pandemic time, as the employee of Alliance Broadband, daily we have to go to office and everything. I thought 3 weeks holiday we are getting in pandemic. Let's enjoy inside the home. But after 3 weeks, when again another 3 weeks or 2 weeks, the pandemic has started. At that time, as we are in the industry of internet and broadband, we have got really we're fortunate to got new businesses. Our business has suddenly increased 20%, 30% growth, as all are in work from home. All the students, offices, all are work from home. So our business has suddenly grown 20 to 30%. In back to back, our capex, opex also increased. But maybe I would just say in this pandemic situation, because of work from home, our business has increased a lot, and still we are growing and growing and growing. That's it.
I love the last 3 words, growing and growing and growing. I think this is what India needs to hear. Parag wants everyone to work from home.
No, I don't want, but let's say as per the TCS model, 25, maybe 50% or 25% will go to office and 25% will sit in work from home. So maybe we are also doing that type of job right now also. We are in the network team. Still some parts are in office, some parts are in home. So
Right.
Work from home, actually work from home means we are not in that 10 to 6 model. Work from means we have to work 24 hours. That's the main scenario. You have maybe all of them has seen the videos. They're washing their clothes, still they are in the Zoom meeting and everything. Work from home means there is no holiday. 24 hours you have to do the work.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's the downside to it. But yes, as you said, it's going to be a hybrid model. Good to see Mayank in his office. Mayank, lovely office. We all are missing our office space. I believe Dheeraj, are you into your office spaces as well, or?
No, no, I'm at my home. I
Working
mean,
from home. Working from
Okay,
home.
great. Gaurav, I'll pull you in for the next question. Everyone's talking about smart tech, right? Smart tech is revolutionary. Smart tech can change the way business is done. I want to ask you how smart tech can help businesses, SMBs, especially in their overall growth.
Anmol, it's a very relevant question because as a marketing folk for last 15, 16 years and specifically working in the SME segment, I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of SMEs across the nation, right? Whether it's from Delhi or from Chennai. I'll give you an example, right? There were a couple of case studies that I wanna bring about. There's one customer that we have, they're into education industry, and the challenge that they were facing was they were getting calls from across the country for those JE classes, IIT classes, and all that, and they were not able to actually allocate those calls to the specific counselor, so that the student, when he calls up next time, is actually talking to the same counselor when he spoke to the last time, right? We actually developed a solution from our smart flow where we actually did a sticky agent for them, so that the student can only connect to the same counselor again and again, so that you don't repeat your discussion, or the counselor doesn't pick it up from a zero situation, right? Similarly, you talk about, everybody was talking about collaboration, right? Now Tata, in the last 6 months or so, we've actually collaborated with Zoom as a strategic partnership, right? So we've been offering those collaboration tools like Zoom. We've been offering those collaboration web conferencing, teleconferencing. All these products and solution are actually very important and a part of a digital journey for the SMEs. And that's where I personally feel SMEs have been able to actually deliver the kind of growth in the last 1.5 years, which was, I mean, I don't know, personally, we did not expect that, but while talking to other speakers, they are saying that we are growing. That means the digital transformation journey has actually helped the SMEs in the last 2 years, 3 years.
Great. In fact, if I can bring Yogesh in here, Yogesh, you're talking about enabling your internal and external customers. So how do you think smart tech has redefined your business growth?
As Gaurav said, basically they are the partner with the Zoom and other stuff. It was really, as I said, it was quite interesting story, as people wants to have face-to-face interaction. So that has made the life little easy for everyone, right? In fact, as I believe Dheeraj was saying that basically they have grown 20 to 30%, and in fact, if you talk about the IDP education, we have also grown by 30% last year. There was little bit decline of the other business, but technology, the smart technology like something like Zoom and other things has the VPN and other stuff has made the life easy of the people, so that they can enable their customer, they can face the customer either on the telephony, or maybe it is something like virtually, which is equivalent to the face-to-face interaction. So this has really made the life easy for everyone. This has
Sure.
changed a lot. Yeah.
Mayank, do you think smart tech is the reason why businesses are pushing the next wave of growth?
Undoubtedly, Anmol. And this pandemic has helped us a lot in understanding the real need of technology. So you see, what I believe is the technology is all about the innovation, and innovation in the business is one of the key elements for success. Uh, it helps. It largely helps in providing the better products, solutions, services to the customers, and at the same time, it also reduces the cost of the customer acquisition as well as the services as well. Now you see, prior to the lockdown, there was a barrier. I would say a barrier in meeting online with the clients. And now you see, we 8-9 people sitting at a distant locations. We are meeting on a digital platform. So the time, energy, cost, how the dramatic cost it had saved. So undoubtedly, Anmol, technology has really helped especially in our business, we do are in from the education and training business background. So it helped us a lot. Yeah, please.
Sure. Dheeraj, we are talking about smart tech. How do you think pivoting to smart tech has enhanced the efficiency, and the experience amongst your customers?
I mean, in fact, what we were trying to do, I mean, previously we were having a manual flow of, I mean, reports and all. I mean, now introducing a smart tech, I mean, we have got this ourselves integrated with the, say, for example, I mean, blood analyzer. We got it integrated with our software. The same goes with the diagnostic also. So now a report which we getting manually, now it is being integrated, and if the customer put his an ID, he can even visualize at his place also. And the similarly goes for us. I mean, as a doctor, I mean, people, they have all the things, I mean, present at a single click of the customer ID. So this has become very easy. Even this has helped us in need of, I mean, to go green also. I mean, we have saved a lot of papers. I mean, because we used to make a manual file. I mean, now, I mean, going with the smart tech, things have become very, very easy and convenient for the patient and to store the data as well. So yes, I mean, it has a time saving, that is one. Then second, I mean, accessibility at a single go. And in the remote area, what we have been talking about, what we have done, I mean, we have a clinic out there where, I mean, customer can upload their, I mean, all the investigation done by them, so that we can arrange the appointment with the doctor. So it actually facilitate, I mean, spending a lot of time, I'm going and visualizing the things. So we have abstract, we have even developed a certain kind of software where, I mean, if you put in your report, it will give a small indication that this kind of diagnosis is being made, I mean, so that the patient is also clear, and for the doctor, yes, it's helped us out, I mean, in concluding the things. So yes, I mean, it has changed the paradigm of the, I mean, even medical industry, in fact, if we say about, and this is the additional business we have been churning out, I mean, to be very, very honest, I mean, the customer are now back, because obviously, yes, the period of pandemic, it was a downfall, but yes, I mean, that chunk has increased, and this is the additional business we have been generating, I mean, and people are very happy, I mean, having those, because at times they feel, I mean, still, I mean, they are COVID patient, I mean, people are not comfortable, still, I mean, few of the people are not comfortable for traveling from one place to another. So now virtual, say, for example, we have given the treatment and we call for consultation after a week or so. So they are, I mean, and where, I mean, a physical examination is not required. I mean, they can just post the reports out there and we can give them the consultation from out there virtually also. So it is now convenient for them also, and time saving, money saving. Yes, I mean, it has helped us a lot.
Great. Deven?
See, technology, if we say, is an enabler for things. And as the knowledge increases, it turns to the addiction. Maybe it's a positive or a negative addiction, depending upon the people who use it. If I say what Parag was saying, that work from home has increased their business because they are providing the broadband and all the things. I'm sure about it ki the business was not decreasing since the offices has reopened up now. Because people, when understand about the knowledge and the positive effect of any technology on their own business, they don't leave it. Maybe they have accepted all those technologies in the desperate situations, but end of the day, when the solutions come turned out to be positive, the practices are not left out on that part. So technology definitely has is the a new key boom, but the most important part for any of the level of organizations, maybe in education or in hospitality or any of the places, it is all about how much they understand it and how better they use it, and how better the BI and AI works in their business. I take it like the business intelligence, which gives the better decision making to the top management to take any of the decisions. If I say, if
Sure.
you just think of before COVID period, as Gaurav was saying about the sticky agent, we also have the same product. We do compete in that area. Telling the people before COVID about it, that your counselor will be sitting at home and counseling your people or students or anybody else, people were not accepting it on that part. If you still say people in C or D category cities, or maybe they still want their banking passbooks to be printed by bank to understand that how much amount is their credit or debited. They don't go for the online uh, systems, because until unless they use it and understand it, the knowledge comes up. uh, every technology will not succeed. But
Right.
yes, COVID in desperate times has helped that people have started using technology, maybe for entertainment, maybe for the offices, maybe for anything else. But yes, it is now in picture for the next era.
Sure.
It's become the lifeline of any industry. Yeah,
Yes,
nowadays.
yes.
I think also just to add, what Dheeraj and everybody is saying, this whole unfortunately, obviously, on personal fronts we saw a lot of losses, but on professional front, the this whole pandemic has actually taken the journey of digital transformation maybe 10 years further in our lives, right? What we would
Right.
have anticipated or we would have done next 10 years, we're actually doing it now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's going to save your lots of cost nowadays. I,
Optimize resources
this
actually.
yeah,
Maybe those sort
last
of
one and a half year, maybe whatever been spent, it is
Right.
going to be recovered in just only in 1 year, and it will be a lifelong saving, not even for a 1 year.
yes.
I think everyone needs to hear what Yogesh said. If anyone wants to start a business or see, how to scale it up, technology is what is needed.
That's
Because,
important.
yeah, whatever investments you've made, this is the ROI phase where you will reap the benefits. We've all been talking about technology, smart tech, and how it's important. I want to understand what kind of challenges enterprises have faced while adopting it. I'm sure it might not have been an easy ride. A lot of enterprises were confused how to go about it. Let's just throw light on what kind of challenges enterprises face. Maybe I'll start with you, Nakul.
So I would say, just a little bit, I will, explain about your last previous question on the smart tech. So smart tech is just because of pandemic is given an opportunity to having a solution in all the sectors. If you look at, while we are talking about like banking, education, BFSI, insurance, any sector you talk about. India has invented a number of solutions, which is earlier it was not available at all, right? So all the sectors are enabled, number one. And if you look at the solution wise, now in the market, a number of solutions are available for any sector. And the most important thing is the industry is enabled as of now to work either from home or office. If any business, any company having some expansion, so they do not think about to expand their IT infrastructure and their office space and all. Simply they can have a recruitment and they can start anywhere. So this is what the good thing is, happening by the company. And this is not even in India, this is across the globe. So this is just a brief words from my side on that question. What was the next question you
The
asked?
next question was about the challenges faced by enterprises with respect to technology adoption.
See, the challenges is basically if I'll talk about only the starting period of pandemic, there was a timing actually. Timing was the very challenge how you will support your business, because people does not have their own, their mind what and how they are going to do to support their business. In any sector. So as far as I can say in my sector, because I belongs to a contact center and the gambling industry, so there was that sector is already enabled to work anywhere because technology is already enabled. We can have a VPN things and we can have a VPN solution, end-to-end solution we have, because it's a technology thing. So we are already there, we already enabled, but yes, somehow we have expansion is there. So that's there. So that's only the challenge how we can expand. And yes, one gentleman says capex and opex all comes in. So yes, that's that.
Sure. Parag, since you've been enabling a lot of businesses with their technology needs, what do you think are the biggest challenges faced by them?
Biggest challenges means, first of all, this is the great example that we are using the smart tech currently, right? We are seeing, we are talking each other in Zoom meeting. This is the advantage you have got. One more advantage, if you have gone this meeting on physical, then too much money could have been spent. So far distance we are talking, we have saved each other's money also. So in this smart tech, yes, business has been increased, but for our side, this internet, this technical field, this smart tech, because we have to go to the field to resolve the solution. But for meeting and all this purpose, yes, Zoom, Google Meet, and everything is helping us a lot. But the challenges is, see, as maybe other panelists, other speakers are more senior to me, they have their employees under them. But I am the employee of the company. I have to look whatever my directors are saying. I have to work through this. For me, challenges is, to me personally, I think I am free about 10, from morning 10 I am free, but the directors are doing their Zoom meeting at their own convenient time, right? And I am not ready. At that time, directors are saying, let's start Zoom meeting. That means around 5:30 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. This this is my personal challenges, that when I am not ready, my directors are telling, let's start Zoom meeting. And it is not, there is not any convenient time that we can start meeting. But in office time, 10 to 6, I'm ready. Yes, this time I have a meeting. But due to this smart tech, nobody knows when the meeting will start. Maybe
Right.
either 10 a.m. or 11 p.m. anytime. But in the challenges is, yes, we have faced challenges because this ISP industry, that means Tata Tele business, what you are telling, the logo, the Tata Tele, they are also giving that internet service to us. TCL also giving internet service to us. But when we are using this Zoom or Google Meet, at that time we faced many problems. That is, customers are going disconnected. Whenever they are dialing, they are, right now we are talking very smoothly, right? At that time, initially, these challenges means the customers face many problems in hearing, the call is getting freeze, disturbances are big due to the low quality of the internet provided by the upstreams, because nowadays all the contents, all the internet things are coming through the content delivery. Means Google, Facebook, everything, they have their own servers locally present. We don't use international traffic too much. But due to this Zoom, Google Meet, in this time, we are using that real internet traffic. At that time, we face some issues. After negotiating, after talking to the upstreams, that we are getting this poor quality of service from your side. Now it's okay that all the things are working properly.
Right. No, we still have a long way to go in terms of getting the entire country up with the infra issues, but I'm sure we're getting there step by step. Dheeraj, do you think mindset was a challenge when it came to technology adoption, especially in your space? Patients are not very open to probably, like let's say an online consultation or some of the measures you spoke about. So did you have that mindset kind of a barrier in terms of adopting something new, especially in
Yeah,
the
I mean, apart from, patient you're talking about, we had the barrier from the doctor level and also. They were not ready giving online, consultant, because they were not even that computer savvy also. And we have to, put a special effort, in making them understanding them. Okay, this will surely help them out in near future, which rightly said, now, things have altogether changed. Now they understand the importance of technology. It is saving their time, in fact, in getting and they are able to give more consultation, what they used to do previously, at a less amount of time. So yes, initially we faced those challenges, but they didn't have that kind of option. If we talk, 2 years back before pandemic, they were very rigid about it, that we are not ready to go with this digital technology. We are very comfortable, with the manual stuff. But this period of pandemic, have compelled them to, use those technology, and they have become computer savvy, and it has conveniently, helped them out in doing and giving consultation to the patient. And the patients, yes, initially, but as rightly said, I mean, now, I mean, internet has reached to, I mean, very small, I mean, DE cities, I mean, people, rural people, I mean, they're, I think they access more internet comparatively to the people in the urban areas, I mean, if we talk about, because now they know, I mean, how to go about and how to do the meeting and all. Initially, it was tough to make them understand, but yes, I mean, things have improved a lot. And
Right.
this is what I previously said, that, I mean, we have developed this again a niche market, I mean, apart from our routine customer, I mean, the footfall which we are having in the hospital directly, physically, but now this is the additional advantage, and the things are growing up day by day, because one after the other patient also try and get hold of that person ki acha aisa bhi hota hai, okay, let me also get connected to them, and we can have the consultation online. So yes, it is changing the whole scenario.
Great. Mayank?
Yeah, Anmol, I personally don't see much challenge in technology, specifically in my business. Yeah, prior to the pandemic, we were little skeptical about adding the additional costs that technology brings with it. But after that, we have deeply understood the value, the importance, the need of the technology to really scale up and to address the business challenges. So I don't see much challenge, but still, uh, the because see, we are into a training and education business. Uh, so we are developing our own internal IT systems. So the challenge in developing in making that systems is the manpower. We are facing the scarcity of good manpower, the developers basically. Otherwise, we don't see much challenges in the technology.
Right. Got it. Yogesh, your perspective on the challenges faced by enterprises?
And more actually, the challenge was not in that time. The challenge is now calling the people back to office after having a long time, 1.5 year almost. They are working from home, since the company is actually mostly we have the women's and girls and the women's, and calling them back to office is really is a little bit challenging nowadays. That's the one. Otherwise, I don't face any challenge in that.
Sure. And so, yep, we've all got used to our, attending Zoom meetings in pajamas. So I'm not sure how open we are to go back, get back our pants and go to office. I think it will take some more time for people to really, get back into the office mode. Deven, I'll come to you. What kind of technology adoption you initiated to ensure continuity of business? Goes back to the time where at some point the business was halted. How did you ensure that there is continuity of business, and what kind of technology specifically did you use for the same?
As I said earlier, we were already selling this concept of working from anywhere. So there was not much effort internally for us to how we need to align ourselves. It was more of like to reach to the customer on that part, to make him understand that this is this is the way he can increase or keep his business running on that. But I'll just want to share an example of one of my very known person. They run the business in education on that part, and I think from last I know him personally on that part, but from last 3-4 years, all the cloud telephony companies or a SaaS companies were following them up for these solutions to implement in their system, but they are not very much ready about it. Maybe the cost or maybe the understanding or the kind of counselors people used to have in house. Post this pandemic, when the pandemic started, I we had a discussion, and I offered him only 4 licenses to start with, and to implement in their system, where the counselors are sitting at home, and all the incoming leads of the education systems can be handled and can be tracked sitting at home, actually. Because when you are sitting in your own office, you can track the people, how they are working, how they are counseling, because every lead is a cost to them, which is coming to on that part. You'll be surprised to know that from 4, they have reached to 80 licenses in the span of not more than 18 months, if I say. And he is happy with the kind of increment in the business they had. But he's sad on the other side that for the last 3 to 4 years, he was not implementing that technology into his own system. Maybe the growth much have been more on that part. Another thing is, for us in Minavo, we have been regularly working from home, though we open offices every day. Anybody wants to come down, as Yogesh rightly said, calling the people back to office is the tough job. So as a management, we have uh, been in the phase where we say that you keep on working, whether from home or from the office, as the environment you need to keep up. Because but Zoom, telephony solutions, SaaS solutions has definitely helped us out across to us and our customers.
Sure. Nakul, how have you ensured continuity of business, and what kind of technology you adopted for the same? If you can please unmute yourself.
Yeah. So actually, we are already in the technology. So solution, as Deven and the Gaurav, the other guys also expressed, these are the technologies which is available in the market. But before pandemic, nobody want to adopt because of cost, and people are coming to office. Then why they feel it is not required actually. If the guy is coming to the office, working from office, then why we invest on the technology? But since we are already in the technology, so we were having 80% solutions implemented before pandemic. So as I said in my earlier discussion, when US announced this US is closed, so that day I was traveling from Germany to New York. So then we, on the airport side, I just got a call from my CTO, and now the US is closed. I think you have to make a meeting with all the team members, and then we will set up the solution what we have in place already in the system. Then immediately we enable the solution, and then smoothly we start working, because all of the guys were on technology side only. But the challenge was as the other sectors, and the new business was for education, which I feel actually in the education sector, people earned a lot of money because of these solutions, what Deven and Gaurav and the other guy said. They made a lot of money. I think now back to work on the workplaces. So I think their business, which is, online business, may be going to reduce. I don't know. These people can express their ideas, how it is. So this is what from my side.
Nakul, it will not go. It will not go down, because as I said earlier, people are used to it. It is an additional revenue source now.
Yes, you are right. You are right, Deven.
They will keep on implementing it, and they know that this is also a way to acquire business and to actually teach people. Students are being at home from last almost 2 years everywhere. So tuition classes, I mean, you say a normal tuition classes which used to be at in normal times when we were studying, or you say a big coaching centers. Everybody is on the online material, and all the ads you see across in education industry is been on that point, online classes. Even Akash, if you say
Yes, you are right, Deven. You are right, Deven, because just last week I just had a visit. To my son. I think Alan. Alan is one of the institute who does the IIT preparation, and I visited there. Then I saw their fees levels and all. Campus fees and the online fees, there is a difference. The people attract, if the guy is attractive to have the session online, so he's more keen to start online. He don't want to go there because he avoid traffic and all these things. So rather than consuming those time to in traveling and all, so he's thinking, while sitting at home, I can have the session, I can have my TT, and then matter over. That's where you will find Deven.
They save the logistics also, na? You can only
Yes.
put a number of students in one class, but when you are
Logistics. Yeah, it is vice versa. Win-win situation for both the things.
I like how Nakul said everyone's made a lot of money in the education space. Right, a very hot sector, and definitely.
Mr. Gupta can comment on it. Actually,
My comment is that it is a very tricky business. It is not easy to make money in the education business, especially. Though I sometimes I feel that the education is not a business actually. Initially it was a task to be done by either by the governments or by the non-profit organizations. But when I see the education as a business, yes, private sector can do better than the remaining two, government and the NGO.
Right.
So, but still, similar to other businesses, it is not easy to make money in the education business.
I just want to add up. There is a report came up around 2 days back, which says that the admissions in the government school has risen by more than 8% across on average. People have taken transfers from the private schools to the government schools across, and but the tuitions or coaching classes have businesses increased. The reason being the studies has been more taken off now is like that we have to learn online. We have the other options now from the coaching institutes and everything. So why to invest in the big private schools on that part? And when the middle class or a lower middle class has definitely lost their income, or even not they lost it out, but the incremental income is not coming. People have lost jobs in this
Right.
period. So I think it is like a chicken and egg story. Either education, definitely, as Mr. Gupta said, it was supposed to be an government job or NGO job, but the kind of policies and everything which has gone through in this country has created it as an opportunity for the business also. If I say.
Right. Right. I'm going to change the gears back to technology, though. Going to Gaurav, what kind of enterprise solutions you feel can enhance productivity of businesses, help them with their efficiency, especially with Tata Tele Business Services?
Anmol, a lot of products and services that currently we have to offer, and are offering to SMEs. Like all the panelists here have been actually able to get really good benefit out of the terms of the products and solution. Whether we talk about a web conferencing solution, whether we talk about a product like a smart flow, uh, we simply talk about a product like Zoom, for example, right? So, if you look at it, the idea of these products and solution is very simple. Number one, how do you save cost for the organization? And number two, how do you increase the productivity for the organization? Now, during my conversations with a lot of customers and a lot of internal stakeholders as well, we always harper on these two facts. How do we reduce the cost for an SME? Because at the end of the day, any cost saving for an SME is basically an earning for them as well, right? Because you're not talking about like an Oracle or a Microsoft or bigger organization where there is actually virtually there is no foundation in terms of the cost involved. So for an SME, it is very critical. How do we ensure that there is a lesser cost? And number two, how do I ensure the productivity, right? So, for example, a solution like IoT, which is Internet of Things solutions like fleet tracking or maybe workforce tracking, have actually helped organization checking the productivity of their employee while the employee was at home. Similarly, something like a fleet management system which Tata Tele Business Services has to offer, where you can actually track an asset from the origin point till the delivery point. Similarly, as I said, there's something like a sticky agent, smart flow solutions, as I said, Zoom solution. Again, the idea remains very clear. For an SME, how do I save his cost and how do I increase his productivity level so that ultimately, your revenue or the top line or the bottom line actually goes ahead and increases.
Sure, sure. I'm sure you have an entire suite of products which can actually help that objective of reducing costs and enhancing productivity. Parag, I'll come to you. What kind of enterprise solutions you feel can enhance your productivity?
Enterprise solution means, see, all we are doing in Zoom or whatever enterprise solution we can bring, the mother of all these things, the main thing is internet. If internet is good, all these solutions will work. So to make this internet good and to retain all these customers, like maybe Mayank Gupta sir has educational business, all these people have some business over there. But mother of this, all these takes heavy things is the internet. And to retain all these customers, what we are facing right now is Jio. Our customers are being hit by Jio. Why? Jio is giving in a single fiber, they are giving all the three services: voice, video, and everything. But we as a Alliance Broadband, if you can go through our audit and everything, as you are from Gaurav Varshney is from Tata Tele business, maybe he can know our company's name. We are truly focusing on the pure internet service. So our Kolkata ROB customers, more than 3 lakh, 4 lakh customers, all are using pure internet. Now we are facing the challenges. We all, maybe not all, but as Jio is giving free voice services, some little percentage are asking for the voice. Maybe the retail customers are not asking. Mainly the SME customers are asking for, or the Soho customers, those who are living in the apartments, the secretaries of that apartment, they are asking for, no, we don't want internet. We want three flavors in a single fiber. There we are facing some challenges because we will not earn a single penny from this ornamental voice service. We, as a Alliance Broadband, we have our ISP category A license ISP. We can do internet business all over India. But to give voice service extra to these customers, we have to invest another crores of rupees to get that VNO service license. And
Sure.
to give this ornamental service, we are investing crores of rupees, and we are talking to Tata Tele Services to give us that SIP rank or PRI services. We have to invest crores of rupees to get that license, and we have to maybe 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs recurring per month. We have to give TTSL or Vodafone to get that DID numbers, PRI numbers, so that we can give the numbers to the customers. That means our capex is increasing and increasing because the other big parties are giving, because they have their own telecom license. They can give in their bandwidth, in their frequency, they can give free to everyone. But as an ISP, to retain, main thing is that as the solutions or the value-added services are coming from the big services, and to retain our customers, we have to invest more and more so that our customers we can retain our customers. Maybe these voice services will not affect anything because maybe in Kolkata, West Bengal, Jio is doing some business, but as our main focus is after-sales service of Alliance Broadband is very good, the best in Eastern India, we are still here. We can beat Jio, and Jio will not compete with us. Maybe they have so many business, they have voice, IPTV, everything they have, but we can beat Jio in this after-sales service. Without voice, without IPTV, we can beat them. But still, to be in the market, to retain our SME customers, we are talking to Tata Tele so that they can support us in voice services. And also we are technology means we are building our own IPTV. We are building our own IPTV solution, and we are going through this also so that we can earn more business over there.
Thank you, Parag. I hope that happens very soon and you get that ROI on the capex that you spend. Yogesh, enterprise solutions which you've probably adopted that has enhanced your productivity?
Yes, actually, we have reduced the customer journey. Customer don't have to repeat their information and again and again. So we have built actually a single platform so that all the information available to the counselors in a single click. This has helped a lot to make their life easy and making the customer happy.
Sure, sure. All right. One thing that's worked for your business that you want to share with others. Take a moment off. One thing that has worked, with some advice that you would give to a budding entrepreneur or someone who's already there, wants to scale up now that we are at the fag end of the pandemic, hopefully. What is that one advice that has worked for you? Yogesh, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, I would like to advise everyone to adopt the latest technology, whatever is coming to the market. That's it. This is the only one which can help us in enabling our customer and making our business profitable.
So don't think twice on any cost implications. Go for it because it will give you the ROI. Is that what you're saying?
It could be a short term, if somebody is looking at the cost perspective, I will say that's a short term, but in terms of long term, it will make your life easy, make your customer happy, make your business profitable, and many things which is going to come with this.
Great. Deven?
Until unless anybody is a pure technology company, I would suggest any new company or a budding entrepreneur or somebody like that to to use the SaaS model. Technology has been there across. Reinventing a wheel will not help at all. Because when you say it's you, how you manage your own finances, putting up finances at one go in one technology, because technology is moving very fast. What we are using today, maybe after 8-10 months it will be get replicated, or you need to have a new upgradation on this. What Parag was saying earlier, if you check it out, matching the ROI is the toughest job for any entrepreneur to come up. So I would suggest that SaaS model, use existing services, pay as you go, and increase your business across.
Sure. Don't reinvent the wheel. Pay as much as you use. I think that's the mantra in today's world. Nakul?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what Deven says, the SaaS model is across the globe, all big and the small organization working on SaaS only. Nobody's working on the license at all, the traditional portfolio which was running in the market. That's one change. And I think in the new year, you will see every big organization, whatever licensing we are using, either from Microsoft, Oracle, whatever it is, they are coming up with the SaaS only. So that's a big change. I agree, Deven. And the another thing is, as the guy said, the new technology we have to adopt. Yes, I mean that we have to be, but that is respective of kind of a business they are into. So that's a very I mean, I will say investigating question. And the other thing, I have one question from Gaurav actually. Gaurav, if you can answer my question. Since I'm into the contact center business and we have a lot of requirement left, right, and all requirement is coming, news. I mean, so compliance is coming, very challenging game having, So how you look at, I mean, in terms of TBS, and that is what I have a question.
So is your question regarding the compliance that TTBS can help you out with? Is that your question?
No, my question is regarding the solutions what TPS has. So how you look at the compliance on those solutions?
Okay, so maybe can we take it offline? Let me let's finish this and maybe I can connect with you offline and can have a chat on that. Would that work?
Sure.
All right, perfect.
Right, so that's going to be a very detailed discussion. I'm sure Gaurav will be more than happy to help you with that.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Mayank, one thing which has worked well for you, which you want to share with others?
As similar to Yogesh and Mr. Deven, yeah, adoption of technology has really worked very well. To be precise, we have increased our total workforce from 1x to 4x in last 1 year after we have adopted the technology. One mistake what we did is that we tried to build our own technology solutions. Now I realize that it was a mistake. I am in 100% agreement to Deven, what he has suggested, that the entrepreneur should always go for a SaaS model. And one more thing that worked well in last 1 year, we had well utilized the lockdown period. We have developed the quality management systems and the processes, I mean, standard operating procedures across the verticals, across the departments in my company. So it had worked really well. And now we aim to automate all the processes. So
Sure.
it has really worked well.
Sure. So everyone's talking about technology. Parag, one thing you would want to advise other entrepreneurs?
For adopting new technology.
In general, whatever's worked for your business, one piece of advice.
Yes, technology helping us a lot, that we are helping others, organizations, institutions, educational, all other institutions who are using our services, they are happy as we have acquired more technology. Suppose we have gone from Cat 5 to fiber FTTH model, as we have invested in fiber direct to home. That this is also one type of technology. We have installed new hardwares from level 2 to level 3. All these new hardwares we have invested in our network operations. So this is helping all others, as this is also one type of technology we are investing a lot, right? From level 2 to level 3, there's routing, switching, everything we are investing. And as a result, all we are sitting in our own room or office, we are using internet service and we are talking freely. There is no buffering, nothing. We are doing this meeting smooth, flawless, error free. That's the technology we are using right now.
Right. So the writing is clear on the wall. Technology adoption is the way. It's always been the way, but now that we've realized, it's even more evident. One last question before we wrap this up. This goes to each of the panelists. What do you read and watch to get your business updates? That's one question. The second is, who is that person, leader, who you consider as your influencer? Right. So what do you watch to get business updates, and who is your influencer that you look up to? I'll quickly move to Deven.
For business updates, it is more of like I go with the Economic Times and Hindu.
Okay.
Hindu is more basically analytical on that part of all these policies which are coming up. And if I say an influencer, I do feel that one of my ex-CEOs with whom I have worked and started working is Mr. Dheeraj from Altrist Group. I always, as an entrepreneur, as a boss, I always get influence from him, if I say.
Great. Thanks for sharing that, Nakul.
Yes. In terms of news, I can say, I mean, generally I go through with the Amazon news, and which is I followed most probably because of the individual things as I'm into the international business. And in terms of the influencers, so I always feel my manager is the influencer for me because I'm working for him. So when he will stop influencing me, I will left the job and I will change the company. That is what I thought.
Oh, that's I love that answer. Your manager should hear those words.
I was about to say, Nakul, I hope your manager is listening. I'm sure he'll be very happy listening to this.
Yeah, it's so nice to hear. Normally, I don't hear that. I only hear gossip and the bad things about managers. But I mean, both Deven and Nakul talking highly of the people you work with. I think that's really nice to hear. Parag, what do you read to get business updates, and who's your influencer?
Sir, I don't read actually papers right now. I only go through the Googles every day. Just got the news, what is going on.
Sure.
Currently, I am influencing myself so that I can reach top level of the company position. Then only I think if I truly admire, I admire Sri Ratan Tata ji. That's it. But I'm influencing myself as I'm very junior to all. I'm currently junior position in my company, maybe some middle position, but I'm influencing myself so that I can go to the top level position of my company. And whatever I have planned till date in my 15 years of experience in industry, ISP industry, so that I can explore more after reaching that position.
Sure. We hope you get there very, very soon. Thanks for that. Gaurav, parting shots from you. before we wrap it up?
No, perfect. Thank you, Anmol, for setting this up so nicely. I really want to thank all the guests here, Nakul, Deven, Parag. I know a couple of panelists have left because of the time, but really want to thank all of you. It's been a great session, a lot of learnings, a lot of things to take away for us as well as a marketing folk to try and implement some of those, some of your guidance and some of your suggestions to, back to our business. Again, going back to the drawing board and see what can work, what will not work for SMEs like you. And Tata Tele Business Services is there to help all the SMEs across the board, to help them out, whether in terms of the products or in terms of the solution, whether it's a small one or a big one. So again, and thank you very much again for taking our time on I think it's a holiday in the northern part of India. So I really want to thank you again for taking out time on holiday. And soon to see you, maybe in a physical environment, as I said, with a coffee or a tea in hand and having a chit chat around the table. And Nakul, I'll surely get in touch with you after.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Have a great day ahead.